Welcome to another live stream brought to you live and direct from California, planet Earth, wherever you are at, somewhere in this galaxy. Um, my name is Nefemi Aluko. I am the author of the coming upcoming book, Musta's Mixtape, and I am about a month and a half away from publication. And I'm looking forward to getting this book out there. So this is my ninth live stream. Been doing these streams every weekend for 9 weekends now, and I've been editing my book live and direct online as an opportunity to keep myself accountable. That's the main thing, and also to connect with people. So this episode, just like the last 8 episodes, is just another opportunity to write, to connect, and use it as an opportunity for yourself to write yourself. In case you're trying to write a book, write your newsletter, write your business plan. If you want to use this time to strategize, to come up with to work, to do your work, to apply to a job, whatever it is, man, you use this time wisely. So the way it goes is, I see Ames Wolfgang joined. What's up? The way it goes is, I I have my screen to the side where I'm writing. I put some music on, and for about 30 minutes, I go ahead and write with the music playing in the background. But I don't necessarily interact as much because I'm just focused on writing. And after my 35-minute session of writing, I stop the music to um, talk about what I'm writing, talk about what's top of the mind, share some tips in terms of writing, storytelling, and marketing. And then I do that for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then put some music back on for a second session of writing, another 35 minutes, and ended up with a 10-minute finale. So usually takes about hour 30 minutes to 2 hours. So join me, write, say what's up, make sure you put something in the comments. And Yeah, we're gonna get this one going live and direct July 20. Um, I'm actually quite close to towards the end of editing this book. I'm looking forward to getting it out. So these sessions, I'll probably do this one, maybe another one, maybe one more. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then the next step would be to get the book to copy editing. So right now we're in the development editing phase. I'm going to spend some time maybe sending it to my beta reading community to get some quick feedback, edit some more, kind of tie up the loose ends. And once I'm done with that, we send that to copy editing. And once we're at copy editing, we are good to go in terms of designing the book, designing the cover, getting formatting it properly, and getting it published. Getting to the people, because the people is where it's at. All right, so um, let's get this thing going. I'm gonna play some music brought to you by my favorite musician, um, producer, Jay Dilla. All right, I'll be back in 40 minutes. At this point, that would be, I'll take a break at 9:20 just to, tap in, say what's up, and then we'll get to it again. All right, peace. All right. Quick stop. That was a fun writing session. Let's see what we got here. Who has joined? AA Florillist, I see you. What's up, fam? Who's in here also? Hey, Astro, DBX. I see you, man. Hope you're, knocking out that music. Ted Dones, Danielle. Who else we got here? Agata. All right. Hey, everybody, happy Saturday. Keep doing your thing. Yep. Writing, editing. What is actually interesting is myself and my development editor were at the final stretch of development editing, and she was actually in the document as I was editing also. So it's also good to kind of collaborate right at the same time. I'm going through the manuscript from the beginning, chapter 1, all the way down to chapter 27, and just making the final touches, making sure everything is lined up. And, one good thing is when you start with a blank page, you don't know what to write. And then you write stuff down. And, the next thing you're doing is you're editing. And the more you edit, you come back and read what you're writing. And you're like, wow, can't believe like we're here now. and the story is really shaping out properly. Um, yeah, it's almost like I don't know what to call it. No magic, but you're like you almost don't believe that you created what is in front of you. Um, but it took a while to get there. So there's a reminder that the whole thing is a process. You have to put the first thing down, come back, edit, and the editing process is a fine tuning process. I know a lot of people that want to write, they get so hindered and blocked by the what they call it, the blank page. And the blank page can make you feel like, oh, I don't know what to write. And most people, especially what I found, that most people that actually want to write a book, or most people that want to make music, um, they have a high taste, right? And the reason you want to make this stuff is because you actually either read books a lot or you listen to a lot of music. For instance, if you're making music and your taste is so high that by the time you try to recreate what you have in mind, you realize that your skill level does not match your taste, right? Your taste is all the way up here, but your skill level is very low when you start. So first time you try something out, you most people I find are disappointed and even worse, discouraged, right? So you're like, oh man, I actually thought I could be I could write, or I actually thought I could make music, but I'm actually not that good. um, but I'll advise you, don't be discouraged. You just don't get your skill level to match your taste in one go. You actually have to practice to get your skill level to your um taste level, right? So I find that the difference between your taste and skill level, when it's very wide, most people are highly discouraged, and they don't end up writing, they don't end up creating or doing whatever they want to do. The best way to start building this muscle is to keep your taste high, but know that it's going to take some time and practice to get your skill level to your high taste level. And there's a process of getting there, because once your skill level matches your taste, then you realize, oh, your taste wasn't even as high as you thought. You then take that your taste level to another um, realm, and then you keep going, and it's a journey. So I say that because as I'm writing this book, I'm looking at everything. Um, so I'm scrolling through, I'm just like, wow, I wrote all the stuff. I started out by writing it on my phone, right? Just writing it on my phone, putting it in this document, and then working with someone, collaborating, to send it to a few people to read, get some feedback, using that feedback to improve. And it's just a continuous process to get to your final output. So just another reminder to keep doing your thing, keep practicing. um and a lot of people ask, how do I have the time, for instance, to do these things? And to be honest, I don't have the time. I have the same 24 hours in a day, just like everybody else. Um, but I make the time. I prioritize these things, right? Just during the week, I'm not necessarily writing this manuscript, but I spend 2 hours every weekend at least to make some progress. And we're making a lot of progress, and progress is all that matters in the process. So keep doing your thing. I'm gonna go take a break, you know, um, go drink some water, drink some tea or coffee in between. While I do that, I'm gonna keep playing some music, and you keep hanging out, doing your thing, and I'll be back to do another 45, let's call it, yeah, 40-minute session. and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So see you. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. To start at 9. What are we looking at? I'm in Pacific time in California, so it's actually 9:37 right now. Gonna go take a break, get back at 9:45, do a 40-minute session that'll pretty much get us to 10:30 about. Yep. And then 10:30, gonna come back in, do a 10-minute recap of everything. So feel free to hang in here and let's keep it going. All right. See you soon. Thank you. All right, all right. How's everyone doing? I see 11 people in the space. Thanks, thanks for joining in. This brings us to the end of another creative flow stream with Nifemi Aluko. I am the author of my fourth book coming, Musta's Mixtape, a prequel to Toffee's Divide, a science fiction novel I wrote in and published in 2021. So excited to get this book out. I'm in the development editing stage. And once I'm done here, we'll be moving this on to copy edits, getting it ready to publish in August 2024. Musta's Mixtape coming live and direct from planet Earth to you. Yeah, this has been a good session. I've been doing this for 9 weeks now, every Saturday, 2 hours of writing online, using it as an opportunity to keep myself accountable, and also to connect with people, tell them what I'm building, what I'm writing, bringing them along the journey of publishing my book. I launched this book as a NFT project. Toffee's Domes got people to purchase the NFT, and using the funds from that NFT, I'm using it to do all this. I'm using it to write the book, pay my development editor, um, using it to pay a layout designer, a cover designer, and eventually ship those books out to everybody that supported the campaign. So I already have people that are, looking forward to getting the book. And if you haven't joined in, you can still be part of that campaign, even though I focus more on getting the book out there. If you still want to be part of this journey, you can join me, or you can just wait till the book is out on Amazon and get it out there. The benefit of joining the campaign is you do, get your name in the acknowledgments of the book. Once this is done, you get your name in the pages at the back of the book, and you also get, a digital certificate that says that you are part of this journey. You never know where this journey is going to lead, but it's just a timestamp in life that we were here in 2024, making things happen, writing, putting out books, putting out products, and connecting with people. At the end of the day, we are the people that create and produce the culture that we're steeped in. So this is just another moment in time. You say that we're alive. So like I spoke about in the last time when I came back online after writing, I've been doing this for 9 weeks, and I'm pretty much towards the end. I'm going through everything that my development editor has put in there, and I'm just checking all the um all the changes. And what I'll say is, now that I'm at this point, I've realized how much we um have to practice whatever we're doing and be patient. So a lot of P's. I'm going to be talking about a lot of P's right now. I'm dropping them P's on you. You have to be very patient. Anything you're trying to do, whether you're trying to create a business, whether you're somewhere in your career, whether you're trying to write a book, whether you're trying to make music, a lot of us have high taste. And that's high taste makes us want to create things. Unfortunately, sometimes our high taste, even though it's all the way here, our skill level is all the way down here. So when we try to apply our skill to our high taste, when we notice this gap between where our taste is and where our skill level is, we get very discouraged. And that discouragement can lead you to just saying, "Oh, I'm not good enough. No, I don't know how to do this. Let me just stop." But the reality is, to get from your skill level to the high taste that you have to practice. And that practice comes with progress. And you have to practice until you level up. And that happens through progress and sticking with the process. So, um, a lot of writers, using writing as an example, a lot of writers complain about the blank page. The blank page is very intimidating because you expect yourself just to write stuff and everything should just like roll out and come out perfect. But that's not how it works, at least not for me. Using this manuscript, one of the reasons I started writing online was to show people the process. People are always asking, man, how do you write these books? How do you make it happen? And you know, I I kind of got tired of just saying, yeah, you just have to write, you know. So I decided like, okay, I'll literally show you how I'm writing. There are no gimmicks. It's just me sitting down to write. And you start with a baseline. I'll tell you what I had here in this document in week 1 or 9 weeks ago. It wasn't close to where it is now. This is way more refined, and that comes from sharing it with people, getting feedback, being open to feedback, listening to what people are saying. My beta community, my development editor, iterating on that and getting the story out. One of my editors back from 3 years ago told me writing is rewriting, meaning that every time you write, you're literally just rewriting what you wrote before, and writing is really never done. And you almost have to set a deadline to force yourself to publish. So I think one thing I'm reflecting on as I've got into this phase of the book is it is looking good. Is the book is looking, the story is looking good, and it wasn't here before. It wasn't looking this good even just 3 weeks ago. So uh, keep that in mind as you're doing anything you want to do. Is that everything is a process. You start, even if you have high standards, your high taste, which is what makes you want to go into some of these fields. Your skill level might not match your high taste, and you just have to realize that to get from where you are with your low skill level to the high taste, there are steps in between, and climbing those steps require practice, practice, and just showing up and just moving forward. And you have to be very patient to go from your skill level to match the high taste that you have. So that gap between your skill level and the high taste is what discourages most. And if you just sit through the discouragement and just move forward, you'll be doing better than 97% of people, because most people get discouraged and just stop. You just have to keep going one step after the other, um, detached from immediate gratification, knowing that patience is what really keeps you to get to your goals. So there's patience, practice, sticking to the progress, to the process, and just making sure that you're making progress. So how many P's did I say in this? Talked about practice, talk about patience. You have to make progress, and you have to stick to the process. Those are 4 P's for you right now, on July 2024. And 4 P's, you got to stick with those 4 P's to go from your skill, to close the gap between your skill level and your high taste. All right. So to wrap this up, I'm going to say one more time. Whenever you try to start do anything great, there's a reason why you want to do it, and there's that reason can come from your high taste level. If you're someone that reads a lot, you might have a very high taste in the type of books you read. If you're someone that enjoys music, you have a high taste of music. If you're someone that enjoys investment, you have a high taste of how decisions should be made and the type of percentage returns you want from your investment. If you're someone that likes entrepreneurship, you have a high level of taste for the type of businesses that should be built. But the reality is, until you start doing any of these things, until you start writing a book, making music, investing, or running your own business, you have no clue what it takes to get to that high taste level. So your skill level is quite low until you start. And then there's a high taste that you have. The gap between that high taste and your skill level is what discourages most people. And most people, once they're faced with that reality that their skill level doesn't match the high taste that they have, they get extremely discouraged. And most people just stop. Writers will open up a blank page, they write for a few minutes and realize their writing is not that great, and they stop. Beat makers open up the laptop, try to make beats, it doesn't come out that great, they stop. Investors invest for a few minutes, few days, they are not getting returns, they stop. Businesses, they start, they put the website up, get your logo out there, they don't see the sales, they stop. If you don't stop, you're doing better than 97% of people. And that's it. So all you got to do is show up. And to get from your low skill level to the high taste that you have, that gap, as long as you show up, you're doing better than 97% of the people. Now, how do you close that gap. And that's the main game that you're playing, is closing the gap between your low skill level and your high taste. It requires practice, it requires patience, and it requires you acknowledging your progress and you sticking to the process. Those are the 4 P's to help you close the gap between your skill level and your high taste. And the reality is, when your skill level matches your high taste, do you know what happens? Your taste increases again. And then you just go through the 4 P's of practice, progress, process, and patience. And that's when you realize that the whole game is the journey. It's not about a destination. It's just sticking to the process and enjoying the journey. And that's why I am showing you my journey of writing my 4th book. It's going to be a great story. I guarantee it. And I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this one. So, hope you're having a good Saturday on your end. I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you positivity, brightness, good life, health, wealth, connection, love, and peace wherever you are at. And, happiness. I wish you happiness, and I wish you could recognize more happiness in your own life. Um, if you're alive, be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Focus less on what you don't have. Focus on what you have with you right now. So I wish you a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the week that's coming ahead. Recharge, reconnect, rest. You make sure you rest, because you need that rest to be at your best. All right. Signing out. I'm going to probably spend some more time just finishing up a few things, but I'll see you here next week, which would be the 10th week. And by then, we'll be getting ready to move this book to the next phase and decide what we're doing with our live stream. All right, y'all. One love. Stay strong. Peace.